Good day once again, and welcome to another session on school legislation and finance. For this video, we will talk about the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers, or PPST, an overview. So we will, in this discussion, talk about the following. The Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers and the 4 career stages in PPST, the 7 domains that are required by teachers to be effective in the 21st century in the country, and the qualities of a teacher in the Philippines. So we start by noting that teachers are essential to enhancing the quality of the teaching and learning process. They are regarded as the most essential aspect of any educational reform. In support of this position, the Department of Education issued the Philippine Professional Standard for Teachers, or PPST, by virtue of Decree number 42, Section 2017, which establishes explicit expectations for teachers at well-defined professional phases. So the PPST, which are based on the NCBTS, support teacher quality improvement activities from pre-service education through in-service training, through well-defined areas, strengths, and indicators that give measurements of professional development, competent practice, and effective engagement. It defines what constitutes and what constitutes teacher quality in the K-12 reform. So this collection of standards specifies what instructors or teachers must know, be able to accomplish, and value in order to attain competency, enhance student learning outcomes, and ultimately excellent education. Among others, it is based on the educational philosophies of learner-centeredness, lifelong learning, and inclusivity or inclusiveness. Therefore, the professional standards become a public declaration of professional responsibility that may assess mentors or teachers in reflecting on and evaluating own behaviors in pursuit of personal growth and professional development. So teaching standards, or standards of teaching practice, according to Beck and others in 2002, and also agreed in the work of CEPPE in 2000, specify what teachers and school administrators should be able to accomplish in the 21st century. Therefore, instructional standards position teachers at the core of the school, and it is commonly acknowledged that teacher quality is the single most influential influence on student learning results. Consequently, the characteristics of highly successful teaching must be used to establish a shared benchmark for effective practice in teaching and learning. The PPST is a public declaration of what teachers must know, value, and be able to perform in their professional activity. There are 4 professional stages: beginner, competent, highly competent, and distinguished. It is structured on the National Competency-Based Teachers Standards, or NCBTS, and it consists of 7 domains, 37 strengths, and 37 indicators per career stage. The educational standards, through participation in various in-service trainings and programs, teachers' knowledge, abilities, and attitudes influence their competency. However, the performance of a teacher is most influenced by work habits and professional experience. The teacher's knowledge of the standards correlates with or impacts their teaching performance. Teachers are able to regularly check their own development with regard to teaching standards, enabling them to attain the needed level of competence and enhance their teaching effectiveness. So the significance of personal growth and development, such as obtaining more education, a master's degree, and other professional courses must be a top priority for the school in order to sustain teacher quality. The school may decide to invest in the training and development of its teachers in order to achieve the desired results. It has been determined that establishing the finest pedagogical techniques is an effective means of achieving educational achievement. Thus, master teachers and inexperienced teachers must work in close partnership. Now we talk about the 4 career stages and the Philippine professional standards for teachers. Each stage stipulates the expectations of what teachers should know, be able to do, and value in their profession, according to Hoxton and others in 2019. We begin with stage number 1, or the beginning. Teachers who have gained the qualifications recognized for entry into teaching profession and need support from more experienced colleagues. So they possess the requisite knowledge, skills, and values that support the teaching and learning process. They manage learning programs and have strategies that promote the learning based on the learning needs of their students. Stage 2, proficient. Teachers who independently apply teaching principles and strategies, skills vital to the teaching and learning process. They display skills in planning, implementing, and managing learning programs. They actively engage in collaborative learning with the professional community and other stakeholders for mutual growth and advancement. They are reflective practitioners who continually consolidate for knowledge, skills, and practices of career stage 1 teachers. Then we have stage number 3 for highly proficient. So teachers consistently display a high level of performance in their teaching practice, mentors colleagues, and work collegially with other staff. They manifest an in-depth and sophisticated understanding of the teaching and the learning process. They have high education-focused situation cognition, opportunities gained from, and are more adept in problem solving and optimize opportunities gained from experience. So career stage 3, teachers work collaboratively with colleagues and provide them support and mentoring to enhance their learning and practice. They continually seek to develop their professional knowledge and practice by reflecting on their own needs and those of their colleagues and students. And then finally, we have stage number 4 for distinguished. Teachers who embody the highest standards for teaching, grounded in global best practice, and leads colleagues in promoting quality teaching and learning. They exhibit exceptional capacity to improve their own teaching practice and that of others. They are recognized as leaders in education, contributors to the profession, and initiators of collaboration and partnerships. They create lifelong impact in the lives of colleagues, students, and others. They consistently seek professional advancement and relevance in pursuit of teaching quality and excellence. So they exhibit the commitment to inspire the education community and the stakeholders for the improvement of education provision in the Philippines. So let's talk about this point in time, the teacher quality in the Philippines. So quality teachers in the Philippines need to possess the following characteristics. Number 1, recognize the importance of mastery of content knowledge and its interconnectedness within and across curriculum areas, coupled with a sound and critical understanding of the application of theories and principles of teaching and learning. So they apply developmentally appropriate and meaningful pedagogy that's grounded on content knowledge and current research. They display proficiency in mother tongue, Filipino, and English to facilitate the teaching and learning process, as well as exhibit the needed skills in the use of communication strategies, teaching strategies, and technologies to promote high-quality learning outcomes. Number two, provide learning environments that are safe, secure, fair, and supportive in order to promote learner responsibility and achievement. They create an environment that is learning focused, and they efficiently manage learner behavior in a physical and virtual space. So they utilize a range of the resources and provide intellectually challenging and stimulating activities to encourage constructive classroom interactions geared towards the attainment of high standards of learning. Number three, establish learning environments that are responsive to learner diversity. So they respect learners' diverse characteristics and experiences as inputs to the planning and design of learning opportunities. So they encourage the celebration of diversity in the classroom and need for teaching practices that are differentiated to encourage all the learners to be successful citizens in a changing local and global environment. Number four, interact with the national and local curriculum requirements. So they translate curriculum content into learning activities that are relevant to learners and based on the principles of effective learning and teaching. So they apply their professional knowledge to plan and design individually or in collaboration with colleagues. Well-structured and sequenced lessons that are contextually relevant, responsive to learners' needs, and incorporate a range of teaching and learning resources. So they communicate learning goals to support learner participation, understanding, and achievement. Then number five, we have apply a variety of assessment tools. Okay. In monitoring, evaluating, documenting, and reporting learners' needs, progress, and achievement. So they use assessment data in a variety of ways to inform and enhance the teaching and learning process and programs. So they provide learners with the necessary feedback about learning outcomes that informs the reporting cycle and enables teachers to select, organize, and use sound assessment processes. Number six, we have established school community partnerships. So that is aimed at enriching the learning environment as well as the community's engagement in the educative process. So they identify and respond to opportunities that link teaching and learning in the classroom to experiences, interests, and aspirations of the wider school community and other key stakeholders. They understand and fulfill their obligations and in upholding professional ethics, accountability, and transparency to promote professional and harmonious relationships with learners, parents, schools, and the wider community. And finally, we have value personal growth and professional development and exhibit high personal regard to the profession by maintaining qualities that uphold the dignity of teaching, such as caring attitude, respect, and integrity. So they value personal and professional reflections and learning to improve their practice. So they assume responsibility for personal growth and professional development for lifelong learning. Now we focus on the domains that are required by teachers to be effective in the 21st century Philippines. So domain number one is on content knowledge and pedagogy, and is composed of 7 strands as follows. We have content knowledge and its application within and across curriculum areas, research-based knowledge and principles of teaching and learning. We also have the positive use of ICT or information communications technology, strategies for promoting literacy and numeracy, strategies for developing critical and creative thinking, as well as other high-order thinking skills. Strategies for developing critical and creative thinking, as well as higher order thinking skills. Mother tongue, Filipino and English in teaching and learning, and classroom communication strategies. That's domain number 1. Domain number 2 on learning environment includes learner safety and security, fair learning environment, management of classroom structure and activity, support for learner participation. We also have promotion of purposive learning and management of learner behavior. As for domain number 3 on diversity of learners, it consists of 5 strands: learners' gender needs, the strengths, interests, and experiences, learners' linguistic, cultural, socioeconomic, and religious backgrounds. We have learners with disabilities and interconnectedness and talents. And number 6, we have learners with disabilities, giftedness, and talents. Number 4, we have learners in difficult circumstances. And number 5, we have learners from indigenous groups. 4. Okay, domain number 4, curriculum and planning. Okay. So we have strand number 1, planning and management of teaching and the learning process. Number 2, learning outcomes aligned with learning competencies. Number 3, relevance and responsiveness of learning programs. Number 4, professional collaboration to enrich teaching practice. And lastly, we have teaching and learning resources, including ICT. Domain number 5, on assessment and reporting. Okay, we have strand number 1, design, selection, organization, and utilization of assessment strategies, monitoring and evaluation of learner progress and achievement. Number 3, feedback to improve learning. We have number 4, we have communication of learner needs, progress, and achievement to the key stakeholders. And lastly, we have use of assessment data to enhance teaching and learning practices and programs. Okay. Next, we have domain number 6 on community linkages and professional engagement with 4 strands. Establishment of learning environments that are responsive to community. Number 2, we have engagement of parents and the wider school community in the educative process. Number 3, professional ethics. Then we have school policies and procedures. And the last, we have domain number 7 on personal growth and professional development. We have strand number 1, philosophy of teaching. Number 2, we have dignity of teaching as a profession. We have professional links with colleagues. Then number 4, we have professional reflection and learning to improve practice. And lastly, we have professional development coach. So these are the 7 domains. We have content, knowledge and pedagogy. We have learning environment, diversity of learners, curriculum planning, assessment and reporting, community linkages and professional engagement. And lastly, we have personal growth and professional development. So that ends our session on the Philippine professional standards for teachers and over. Have a great day ahead.